Sometimes people will come up to me and ask me, Andrea, I have a problem with this guy. What should I do? And I say, problem? What sort of problem? And they'll be like, I'm kind of unsure if this guy likes me or not. I'm not exactly sure. I need help. I need your guidance. I need your expertise. But what sort of expertise were you really referring to? Are you referring to, my personal experiences with guys? Are you talking about because you think I'm very nice, so I'll give you the right answer? Exactly, like what are you looking for? I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to. And people will say to me, Andrea, you know what to do, you know what to say, I know you know what I'm talking about. I know you could help me with the situation. Please just help me. And I'm like, okay, what's the problem? And they'll say something like, oh, well, this guy added me on Facebook, and then he messaged me saying how he thought I was cute and all of this stuff. And then, I give him my number, and he's talking to me on the phone, and he's texting me all the time. Like, I don't know what to make of this situation. You see, a lot of girls come to me asking me questions about what they should do with this particular situation. The situation that I get most of the time is like, he must like me because he's looking at me all the time. He's staring at me all the time. I don't understand why he's doing this. He doesn't have to stare at me. I don't see him doing that to other girls. And I feel like he's only looking at me and me only. I'll be with other girls, my friends, and he doesn't look at them at the way he looks at me. So that must mean he likes me, right? But to be honest with you, it's very hard to understand what's going on to a guy's mind, and you can't just go up to them and ask them, why are you looking at me? Well, you can, but then he'll be like, oh, I wasn't looking at you. I was just, what are you talking about? So you want to know what's going on in the guy's mind, but you cannot really approach him. So what can you do? What can you really do? It helps if you know the guy's friends or some of the friends. If you're very close with one of the guy's friends, that could help. You could always ask that person, whoever it is, what does, Ryan or Jacob or, Tony, see in girls? What does he like in girls? What does he, does he talk about girls often? Does he not? Does he do this? Does he not? Is he a very shy person? Or do you find it difficult to talk to your own friend? Like, how is it? How is he with other people? How is he with other girls? Does he hang out with girls? Does he not? Does he avoid them? Does he admire them? Like, what's his take on them? Maybe it's just me who has the sort of energy or personality to go up to a random guy and tell him my take on him, like what I think about him. Like, I'll be going to a random guy and be like, yo, nice bum, where you from? Like, I'll be saying these random things to them, and I don't know if it scares them or if they actually like it, this attention from a random individual. Like, I don't understand, right? But I really do admire a guy. I will not hesitate to go up to them and tell them that I feel like they're very attractive. Maybe they hear it a lot. Maybe I'm just making their head more bigger. Maybe they don't hear it very often, so a random person must not be joking. Like, why would you randomly go up to somebody and say that, right? Like, you're by yourself and you'll do it. Like, why would this girl randomly come up to me and tell me that she thinks I'm good looking? And it makes them feel great. Makes them feel like, if they have a lot of problems in their life that you will never know about, that you might never know about, and you told them, went up to them and said, you know what, I think you're really beautiful, I think you're really attractive, then they'll have a different sense of hope that maybe people do think they're really beautiful on the inside and out. So to all those girls who like a certain guy and who, admire them from afar, and you don't know what to do about it, that you have this feeling inside your heart that they do not feel the same way as you, but you still feel as though you should make a move, you make that move. Because if you have that perseverance, that determination to make things work, to even become friends with him, he'll see that and he'll respect you. He will definitely respect you, because usually, traditionally, it's the guys who make the first steps, right? It's the guy who make the first moves. It's the guy who does the first, whatever. You could change that. You can make it like you go up to the guy and you tell him how you feel, and you don't have to make it awkward. And there are different ways to tell him. You can tell him through a note. You can tell him on Facebook, online, if you feel more comfortable. But don't feel so comfortable with this online notion, because it will definitely take over and you will feel very uncomfortable communicating with them on in person. So always keep online to a minimum. if you feel as though, you know what, you're not brave, you just can't do it, you cannot bear to embarrass yourself or whatever bad thing you think might happen or come out of this, then just don't do it. Because your heart and your brain work together, and then in the end you'll actually know what you want. Whatever you want, you'll do, and maybe you just won't want to do anything. So think about that, girls. It's just, think about that. Guys don't want to make the first move sometimes because he doesn't want to be seen as a creep or annoying, or, you know, like, he doesn't know if you like him back. But if you go up to him first, with him maybe having a little bit of knowledge that you know him or like him or not, it doesn't matter. Go up to them and tell them that you admire them, because then in the end, when they're thinking about this in their bedroom and they're laying down and they're thinking about what happened today, they'll realize that you were the man, even though you're a girl. Yeah. I just want to say thank you to Taylor Lautner for being my backbone after all these years. You know, him and I have been together for a really long time. We've been going out, all this stuff, and he's been behind me, supporting me. He helped me to produce this video. He helped me to persevere, to become everything that I wanted to be. Like, annoying and humorous and adorable, right? Right? Like, he helped me be who I am today. So Taylor Lautner, I love you, baby. Don't forget, take the lasagna out the freezer, broski, because I ain't cooking it tonight. I'm sorry, I'm just not cooking it.
JB, Jaden Smith, let's go. A tornado flew around my room before you came. Excuse the mess I made. It usually doesn't rain.